message I want to state to writers, man, is that art is a creative feeling, and it's an expression of feelings that you have. If you're out there getting high, what kind of feelings do you have? You know, that ain't the move, man. That ain't the move. You know, if you're doing that shit, just cut that shit off right now, man. That shit ain't the move. You know? No, all I gotta say is, you know, you're a writer, you're an artist, man. Be yourself. Be yourself, you know? You're gonna get influenced by other people. That's natural. You know, you're gonna get influenced. But yo, that influence always turns an expression of you. You know? You find something that works, you use it and use it and use it. You know? And never worry about you biting off somebody's stuff and stuff like that. Yo, you're an artist. You know, you're doing your thing. Ain't nobody doing it for you. You're doing it for yourself. You know? Just keep a clear mind, an open mind, man, and everything will be cool, man. Yo, my name is T-Kid.
All right, T, thanks a lot, man. Go ahead. Yeah, this is Forbidden Art. We're interviewing Cope 2, Master Blaster Bomber. It's all city, man. Cope, when did you first start writing?
First started writing? Well, started writing, like, checking out the graph scene, like, in '79. And a lot of writers back then influenced me and shit from, like, the 4 trains. I was really watching the 4 trains.
Back in the day, you were infamous for being king of the 4s. How'd you feel about that? What do you feel when you see somebody writing king on their throat and you know they're not really kings?
Well, I'm not one of those souped up kings, you know what I'm saying? I just like, I write king because, you know, like right now, I figure I'm the king of throw-ups right now. You know, not king of all graffiti. I'm like the king of throw-ups right now. So that's why I've always been putting king in my C's and my throw-ups. And like, I started writing king when I took over the 4s and the 5, and I took over the 5 and the throw-ups. And they came white trains, I destroyed them shit. Me and my old partner, Cone, from TNF, the original Cone. And then I took over the 4s and shit, like right after Band 2 left the 4s. I had a little competition on the 4s with like Sharp and Delta and Spin. I think Spin took over the 4s too, Delta and Sharp. And it was like a battle for the 4s, but I came on top at the end. And I had the line until it went down to the new train.
How do you feel about the art back then and the art today? What are the comparisons?
Comparisons? There's really none. Except for now, it's like the writers are like getting more into detailing in their pieces. They want to get more wild now. Back then, I think, you know, if it wasn't for the writers back then, the graffiti back then, we wouldn't be where we are now. You know, because the writers back then are the ones who really started this and influenced the writers now.
What do you plan to do with yourself? Do you expect to take craft seriously as a career, or are you just going to take it as a part-time hobby thing?
I'm not going to be stealing paint and writing graffiti for the rest of my life now. You know, I'm going to, don't get me wrong, I'm going to come back here and then. You know, if a lot of writers figure I never really stop. I've been smashing shit for like so many years. And like, graffiti sometimes gets a ass because when you get up so much, people think you're souped up or you got an ego, then they start crossing you out, they start writing phony names, and then when you see them, you know, they don't want to do nothing. Graffiti is like really a pain in the ass hobby sometimes, because you got a lot of bullshit jealous writers out there that just get jealous of you, they envy you.
All right, Cope, this is Forbidden Art. We want to thank you for the interview, and you got any shout-outs to send out to people? You know, this is the time for it. Any of your boys?
Now, I got some shout-outs like to, you could say, myself especially, because don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to be souped up or nothing, but I'm going to give a big shout-out for me, because I've been around for a long time, and I'm going to stay here and wreck shit, and I'm going to keep wrecking shit. All you writers out there who want beef, bring it on. You know, I have war, whatever you want to take it, to the highways, to the walls, to the streets, to the fucking trains, whatever.
Well, one, how you doing?
Chilling.
Chilling? Cool, cool. You're here at Forbidden Art. We got a couple of questions to ask you. Okay, what can you tell us about the old days?
In the old days, to me, those are the fellas that turned around and pioneered this. I had a few people that I used to look up to, but it's like we picked up where they left that I used to get ideas from.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What do you think of the graph scene today, my man?
The rap scene today is excellent. You know, I've seen some work that is just outstanding. I have no problem admitting that I'm not the best. When I see some stuff that they do out in Europe, and out in other nations, you know, stuff over on the West Coast, you know, these kids are pretty good.
Think about those European writers.
Well, some of them that I know are excellent. You know, their lettering, I guess New York concentrates the most on their lettering instead of the scenic backgrounds. They're real artistic over there. They work a lot on the scenic backgrounds. We're gonna start trying to see what we can do about blasting some scenic backgrounds.
What does graph mean to you, bro?
For me, to tell you the truth, it's a form of expressing myself. It's also therapeutic to me, you know. I hate all the controversy that goes on beyond, you know, the bombing brings problems and beef and going over with one another and causing fights, but rap to me is just a form of expressing myself. It's therapy to me. I enjoy doing it. You know, it also gives you recognition, and it's a good way to meet a lot of people that are pretty cool.
How did you come up with this name, FX? What does FX mean?
Well, it just stands for effects, like sound effects, graph effects, art effects. What we did was that when we painted this here wall, we all came up with a conclusion that we had to get something to call ourselves and some name. And so what we did was that we all agreed upon one name, and when we all agreed upon that one name, that's what we decided to call it. It was a group conscious name where everybody took a vote.
Dig it, man. You know, Pearl, I've been watching you for a while now, and I've watched you come a long way. I mean, I seen you when you was just bombing and doing throw-ups, you know, and getting up all over the Bronx. I've noticed that you expanded all over the 5 boroughs now, and I've also watched your piecing style improve. I mean, how do you attribute to that? What do you have to say about, you know, how far you've grown in your style and piecing? I mean, your designs, your colors, I mean, they're awesome.
Well, I gotta give tribute to people that I turn around. To tell you the truth, everybody bites. Whoever tells you they don't bite, they don't get ideas from somewhere, from a magazine or from somebody else's piece. I could personally tell them they're full of shit. A lot of people may say they come up with their own stuff. Somewhere or another, everybody got an idea from somewhere.
Yeah, everybody's influenced by one way or another, huh?
I had a few people, a lot of artists that influenced me back in the day that I got ideas from.
I didn't want to ask you this because I know it's kind of a touchy thing with you, man, but I understand you used to be down with TAT and Bio and them, and now, from what I understand, you're not so closely affiliated to these guys. What happened?
Basically, I guess there's just personality differences, and they just had to go their way, and I had to go mine, and it was the best thing to do, actually.
That's pretty cool, Al. That's pretty cool. That's pretty humble of you, too, man. Be like that. Because I know a lot of writers that wouldn't think of things like that, you know? You can't just say personality problems.
I really don't think it's about dissing them in any way. You know, I think they're just, they're good, they're talented. I learned something. I learned off of them, too. I give some of them props, not all of them.
Well, that's pretty cool, Al. Per one. Ooh, Peron, the man. All right, everybody, this is Per One, and you heard it straight from his mouth to your TV screen. Later. Producers, they wanna be down with the